First for Stipe though.
So let me do it like how Stipe would do it now. Go ahead.
Now go.
What kind of holes do you see in Jon Jones' game?
Hey, when it coming out, hey, hey, how good is that, huh?
Dude, one time they interviewed him and his throat was already like shot. Like
The interview just started.
he hadn't even started talking and the fool's voice was already like,
What the fuck?
Take that back. I'll take it off, dude.
Yeah, take it off, dude. Take
it
your
off.
ring off right
Take it
now.
off, take it off.
There's already a fucking slit in it.
Yeah,
starts crying.
show it to your wife right now.
Yeah, dude, check that out.
He starts crying right away.
This is what
I'm
our
leaving
marriage.
all this in, by
this
the
is
way.
what this
Tiff, I
means,
told
dude.
you could do better. You don't need him. He doesn't have normal ears. Leave
That's
him
like
now.
the fruit roll-up gummies, dude. That's like the Lifesaver gummies. Is
Yeah.
that what you got on your fucking?
It might be.
What is
It's
that,
a
dude?
licorice flavor.
What is that shit?
Smell it.
It's candy.
That's gonna smell
licorice.
terrible,
It's
dude.
candy, dog.
In 5, 4, 3,
The rubber
2, 1.
stopper.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Genius Brain Podcast. We have the most unfaithful man on earth, Nick the Ear.
Yeah.
He was talking about leaving his wife. He was saying that his wife is ugly. He hates her. And I'm like, you don't hate her. And she is beautiful. You don't deserve her. And you're
Yeah.
going to hell.
I said all those things.
You did.
On the record.
On the
Okay.
record, baby.
And here we have Pat, the man. Are you jacking it again?
I'm jacking again.
Oh, we got dude. I forgot about
Hey,
that.
let me ask you something.
What was it like?
How much cum came out the first time?
Dude, it was thick, like ropes, like literally shooting like ropes
Whoa.
came out of my dick.
How long did it take
Like,
you?
and you know, how, like usually, like when you like if you come, it's like you get like 1 or 2 like good spurts, and then it kind of dribbles out a little bit. Dude, it was like 8 spurts, like 8, like
Holy wow.
wah,
Wow.
wah. And I was like, oh
How
shit,
many ounces
like,
do you think?
How many ounces?
a lot of ounces,
What
dude.
are you,
Yeah.
8
baking,
ounces.
Doug?
Yeah. 8 ounces?
8 ounces probably.
That's like half a water
Thick,
bottle.
bent
That's a
out like
lot.
this. Yeah, I jerked, man. And
I
honestly,
jerked, man.
I felt kind of bad
Why?
because I was like, damn, I should have just kept it going. And
Now you can't stop.
I was good for a while, and then I fell off. Like I was way back to my deviant ways.
What did you bust to? What was the first thing
some
back?
pornography. I don't remember what it was.
Probably
Some
didn't
really-
take very long, though.
big
Yeah.
booty Latina shit,
Yeah,
dude.
tight.
That's usually
Tight,
my
tight,
go-to.
tight.
Did you come and then you just blasted? You were in the shower and it blasted you against the wall like this?
It's like a fire hose.
I can't control it.
Legs off the ground.
I lifted. Yeah, dude.
Did it feel weird because you haven't done it in so long?
No, it felt amazing. It felt so. It felt
Amazing.
Is it turn Italian shit? Hey, let me tell you something, guy. It felt fucking amazing.
amazing, dude. It was so like, and sex, dude. This I recommend doing it for this too. Is like having sex if you haven't jerked off, even for like a few days, like even for like 4 or 5 days, is so like everything is so sensitive. It's fucking immaculate, dude. It's
But
fantastic.
I feel like guys don't do that because they don't want to come too fast.
Yeah, dude. What are you nuts, bro?
Sometimes say fuck it. Especially if
And just
you're
run it back
relationship.
again.
Sometimes,
Yeah.
this one's for me.
Run from
This
the
one's for
top.
me. And then we'll go give me 10 minutes.
It's kind
we'll
of
go again.
flattering, isn't it, for the lady?
Yeah.
Like, I
Oh.
came in like 2 seconds. Sorry,
Yeah.
You
sweetheart.
came before you just the air around the pussy made you come.
Especially
taking off my underwear. I started busting, dude.
Especially if you've been in a relationship for a long time, I feel like that would be flattering. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it's like you guys have been hooking, but then like one day you're just like, oh, like 3
Yeah.
strokes in, they're like, whoa, he loves me still.
Like, still got it.
What are you,
Still
gay?
got
That's what
it.
she would say to me.
what are you, gay?
Look at this gay boy.
It
Just
is gay.
coming.
And I'm happy for you, man. I'm glad you busted nuts.
We should
I'm
have got you like
busting
a
it.
cake or something.
Yeah, man. But I made it. I did make it.
I
And
feel
it-
like you're back to your old self.
yeah, I feel a little more.
The stand up has gotten worse.
Yeah, everything's downhill. I
You have
neglect.
no clarity at all.
I neglect Maya. I'm just a terrible father now. No, but the clarity you get is nice though. I'm not gonna lie. From not jerking off,
Would you do it again?
I would do it again for sure.
Well, how long was it? A
Not
month?
worth it.
31 days, all of January.
31.
I know.
That's crazy. You know why that's so difficult? You actually did it during the time where it's the hardest not to jack off when it's cold.
Mm.
What you
Oh,
mean?
you're right.
When it gets hot, it's fucking annoying because it's just hot. You don't want jack off. It's all sticky. You don't.
true.
You're a deviant, dog.
Dog.
This one looked at me like I said something ridiculous. What you mean?
No, I just
It's good all the time.
What are you, a quitter, bro?
Springtime,
Wait.
summer, autumn, fall, whatever.
My whole thing is like, you're not gonna jack off just because of the weather, bro. Like, what's wrong with
I'm
you?
a quitter. My bad, dog.
Well, if it's hot and sticky, it would be kind of, you know what I mean? Like if you're bundled up cold, you're like,
Hey, just jack one.
you just kind of like move around.
Just
You're
go
like, oh,
in the
shit.
shower, dude, where no one's gonna bother you. You
Yeah.
lock the door, dude, and you just go to town.
Go to town. Water not
you
even
are
on.
a deviant, man.
You think I'm a deviant, bro?
A little bit.
Hey, be honest. How many times a week?
This past week,
Was it a bad week?
it was a bad week. Actually, it was a low and slow week because I'm at the gym all day, bro. Like I don't got time to go. I don't even have time to eat lunch sometimes.
Can't tell you this though, straight up honesty. Been working out a lot. You just be tired, man.
Kinda. I've been wrecked.
You'd be tired.
I've been sleepy boy, dude.
This fool made me do that fucking ab roller thing.
Oh yeah.
That is the devil's work.
It's important. It's the devil's work.
That is I have never been so sore in my life.
The only reason why I made you do that is so you stop jerking off all the time, bro.
Oh, let me tell you something. I haven't jerked off in about 2 weeks now.
Yeah, there you go.
I am
Abs
tired.
hurt, my boy.
I am fucking tired. That shit is terrible.
It's the one where you're on your knees, right? You roll out.
Well, it's because the way I work out at home is not how normal people should work out.
Okay.
Like, I definitely give myself a lot of leeway. And then I see how far they go. They basically kiss the floor when they do that shit. I didn't know you're supposed to do it like that.
Yeah.
Well, you fucking fit bitches.
I don't know, dude.
I've seen dudes do it just from their feet, like not even on their knees.
Those guys are assholes.
I saw
That's
Jackie
wild.
Chan do that shit, which
That's
I thought, oh, you're not supposed to do it. But even like how far you guys go, it's like straight to the floor.
We just want to make sure we stop jacking off all the time because
Yeah.
it's a real problem in our
I
life.
hate it. And then he had us do like 500 reps of fucking bench for some god awful reason.
It was, dude. David's talking shit. It wasn't even that much.
It was so much weight. He put it like eight plates on there. It was crazy.
I fucking wish, bro. I fucking wish I had 8 plates on there, but it was only like a quarter of a plate. You know,
Quarter of a plate.
weight plate.
Quarter of a weight plate.
Quarter
Yeah,
of a
dude.
plate.
Well, guys, today we're going to talk about something that I feel a lot of people ask us to talk about fight stuff, and it's such a niche topic. And I think some people miss it. And if you don't like it, hey, it's going to be interesting anyways, because you just witnessed fucking history, my guys. History. Jon Jones, the man who continually beats his wife all the time, just hitting pregnant women over and over and over, abusing steroids, comes back and becomes the heavyweight champion of the world.
Dog, he can get away with anything.
This is the thing. Look, before we even talk about the fight, I'll tell you one thing I really, really dislike about him. I dislike the fucking nice guy act.
Yeah, it's fake. Bro.
that's
just be a jerk off. We all know you're a jerk off.
Yeah, that's why like Izzy does seem like a cool guy, but Izzy doesn't try to act like he's like cocky, he's flamboyant, and you're like, damn, he's dope. He talks shit.
Paints his nails.
If Jon Jones was just like, yeah, I'm kind of an asshole, we would all respect him a lot more. But acting like the good Christian guy who like prays for the other dude, and like when he clearly is like fucking all these crazy bitches on the side and like doing the wild shit that he's doing, it's like, dude, you're clearly not that guy. We all know it, you know, like,
and it's
stop
just
pretending.
It's very sociopathic. It's very weird.
It is.
So he comes out, obviously, like you could tell when somebody's very disingenuous when they're talking on the mic, right? And I'm not judging him about his faith and his religion, but it seems like he's putting on an act almost just to get under people's skin. So he's doing it on purpose almost, right? So he goes, I just want to thank my Lord and Savior, and then cut to 10 minutes later, Francis Ngannou is a big old pussy. I'm like, why even mention God in the same fucking breath?
Right,
It's a weird thing that he's doing.
sure, yeah.
But I don't think anybody thought that he was going to win in the fashion that he did. It was
very shocking.
I didn't think he was going to win that easy. I definitely thought like Cyril Gane, I thought it was going to be way more competitive.
100%.
I thought Cyril Gane wrestling is not the best. So I was like, okay, well, Jon Jones has the advantage there. But just the size, just the fact that he's moving up, I was like, this should be somewhat competitive. And he fucking ran through him like nothing, dude.
Jon Jones is a true heavyweight. Like, in that octagon, he looked bigger than Cyril.
He was a big
he was
boy,
massive.
dude.
Which is very weird because
His thighs were rubbing together too, bro. You saw them thighs?
That boy fat.
Everyone makes fun of his calves, but it's his thighs.
It's the thighs, my
It's
boy.
the butt and the thighs.
The thighs.
Woo.
That boy fat, dude. He came in fat.
Yeah, he was thick.
I was surprised.
Thick.
I thought he was going to be jacked, like a little ripped. He
Mm-mm.
absolutely was not. He came in big.
Triple C, thick. Thicker than a Snicker, baby. He was thick.
So if you guys didn't watch the fight, basically what happened, that fight was about 2 minutes long.
What
Yeah.
a bummer, huh?
For those of you who aren't fight fans, Cyril Gane is a French kickboxer. Very fucking good, right?
Yeah.
Ground game, not so great, but good enough where he'll survive. But Jon Jones is a different beast. He basically fucking chokes this motherfucker out in 2 minutes. And Cyril Gane is probably one of the better heavyweight prospects in the heavyweight division. Like you put that fool in any other division in what other fighting league, he'll probably wreck everybody.
Yeah.
For sure.
But not Jon Jones.
Super
Not
talented.
Jon Jones, bro.
It was such a weird thing to watch.
It was weird. It was also showed how strong he is because like
yeah.
he was able to manhandle him. Like that's a big I mean his wrestling technique is way better for sure. But dude, just pure strength size shit. Like Cyril Gane is massive, bro.
Yeah.
Dude, Jon Jones is like built for fighting though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Like,
he
you
really
see how
is.
long he is, and like the way he just wraps people up, and the way his body awareness. It's like so above everyone else. Like he just knows how to lay on people, make them just do what he wants the whole time. Like he made that shit look so
It was
freaking easy.
the timing of the takedown was perfect. The way he like slipped the punch into the takedown was fucking perfect.
He just had to fucking reach out and grab him.
Like he just in, boom, down. Like it was just perfect timing.
You know what was interesting too? Like I didn't realize how much his power got better because when I think he threw like an overhand or it was a right cross in the beginning and you heard the thud.
Yeah.
I think Cyril was like, holy shit, this guy's fucking strong.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I don't think he was expecting to feel that type of force from a light heavyweight.
Yeah.
And then when he got hit by that, I think that's when he started dancing across the cage. He goes, oh, I can't even get touched by him.
Yeah.
Because he'll put my lights out like that.
Yeah, right.
Which was very fucking weird. And I was also weirded out by how fast he was still.
Yeah. Jon Jones is like he's so good at fighting.
Yeah.
Like I know that's like an understatement, but like when you watch him fight, like he's just so comfortable in fights to a level that I think most people are not, especially when they fight him. Like when you see Cyril Gane waiting in the ring, you see Jon Jones walking out, like he looked like he had he's excited. Like he's like, ooh, I can't fucking wait to beat the shit out of this guy. And in all the fights, except for like Thiago Santos and maybe Dominic Reyes, he had that look on his face, except for those fights. I felt like he just was like, all right, dude, let's get this shit over with. But even then, he's like, yeah, I'll put it on in the 4th, 5th round and still beat you, you know? But like every time he fights, he's just like his awareness, his IQ, it's like he loves hurting people, dude.
Yeah,
that's why he's sociopathic.
He's sociopath. He's fucking crazy.
Oh, he's nuts.
I think like the weird thing about him too is like, so they had this, ESPN had 4 people who fought him. It was Anthony Lionheart Smith. It was Dominic Reyes, that poor boy, DC, and also Rashad Evans. And they all were discussing Jon Jones. And one of the things that DC brought up, this is what I love about Daniel Cormier. He's not afraid to ask the tough questions. So he asked them, he goes, how do you feel about Jon Jones saying that in the light heavyweight division, when he fought you two, that he wasn't really motivated? And
Damn.
You know? And so the crazy thing was like Anthony Smith agreed. He goes, yeah, it just felt like he wasn't present. Like he wasn't there. Like he was fighting as if he was fighting not to lose and not to kill me.
Yeah.
So he was almost playing with his food. He didn't say those exact words, but that's what it sounded like.
Yeah,
He said that he was in the octagon not to lose. Instead of before, when he was fighting people like Daniel Cormier, Rashad Evans, he was in there to kill them. And that's exactly what he did. The only person who didn't want to believe that was Dominic Reyes. Because that's Dominic Reyes' highlight in his career as the guy who technically beat Jon Jones. Is what he feels like.
Right.
So I think with Dominic Reyes too, I did feel that Jon Jones just didn't care.
Yeah.
We didn't see the same Jon Jones.
Right.
Yeah.
In this fight, we saw that Jon Jones where he's like, oh, I'm a fucking shark. I'm going to kill this motherfucker.
Yeah, right.
And he destroyed him just like how he said he would. He goes, he has holes in his game. His wrestling, his takedown defense, everything is terrible. And I'm going to show you how easy it's going to be. And who the fuck does it like that?
Yeah, that's wild. That was wild.
Did you hear Chael Sonnen talk about it?
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
It's really funny.
It's sick.
Because he always got beef with Jon Jones, naturally, right? Because they fought and he lost to him already. But he goes, I have to crash and burn anything that Jon Jones is going to do. So I have to get ahead of this and say Cyril Gane. He goes, this is the funniest stat ever. He goes, he's 1-1 in his last 2.
Yeah.
Just to be like cherry picking, you know? And he goes, he's the worst grappler in the heavyweight division. He's not a black belt. He's never had a wrestling fight. You're telling me you're going to tell me Jon Jones is going to have trouble with this guy? He goes, Cyril Gane absolutely sucks. That's what he's pretty much
That's
says.
so fucking
But then
funny.
he's kind of right though, because he exploited the biggest hole in his game, and it was like effortless.
Mm-hmm.
He had no answer. He had no answer for the grappling takedowns. He got up a little bit, but I feel like it's just because Jon Jones is like, ooh, I'm gonna just take you right back down and then fucking front headlock.
Because I don't grapple, wrestle, or do jujitsu, right? Like, so when I was watching that shit, it just looked like Jon Jones was so heavy on him.
Wet blanket, dude.
Yeah.
He was so heavy on him. And then Cyril Gane was frozen. Like when he was attached to his hip, he just put all of his weight on him and he was trying to gather that wrist. And he just couldn't get his fucking base.
And his arms are long enough where he could fucking
that was
reach
the thing.
that wrist.
Yeah.
That shit was so crazy. He was next to his hip and he reached out and grabbed his wrist.
Yeah.
Which I don't think most people can do.
Yeah.
No.
That's just not possible.
Yeah, his physique is insane.
And
It's
if you don't
fucking
wrestle with a
insane.
guy who is 6'4", 6'5", however tall Jon Jones is, with the longest wingspan in the UFC, it's gonna, like, those problems aren't gonna present themselves in the training room,
Yeah,
right? So
right.
when you deal with a night of, you're like, what the fuck is happening to me?
Yep.
And that's what happened. Like, he just fucking smothered him. And after Cyril Gane got choked out, he looked up like, what?
Yeah, he looked confused. He looked like,
Yeah, he was
He's
like, what?
Truly a weird, just like complete fighter, because he reminds me of like honestly like Jordan, because
Man.
as he gets older, his game is evolving into different things, and he's just excelling at that.
Yeah.
Because look at it, we loved him in his earlier career because he was like a striking phenom. Like he would always have these weird openings, just these fucking hand traps into elbows.
He was the future. He was doing shit
Yeah.
from he's fought in like what 4 or 5 different generations of MMA fighters,
and
for a while.
obliterated everybody.
Yeah,
Everybody.
and made it look easy. This is probably the 4th generation he's ran through.
Yeah, right.
And early in his career, he was doing shit like out of a video game. Like what? You
He
can
literally
do
said
that?
he would watch Ong Bak and then like try it in a like that's what he said. He was like, I saw Ong
Who
Bak
does shit like
and I
that?
tried it and it worked.
This is Tony Jaa's fault.
Yeah.
Bro.
Yeah.
this is the reason why you created a fucking monster in the UFC.
Well,
Is
he
he
says
still-
now he's going to try to just wrestle fuck everybody. He goes, I'm older now. I don't want any damage to my head.
Mm.
So he's just going to go back to what his
He's
original martial arts.
Dagestani now.
Him and Stipe though is going to be interesting. Even though
Stipe
Stipe's
wrestles.
on the older side though,
God.
but Stipe's got the wrestling base.
I think Stipe's too small for him.
Dude,
Maybe.
am I the only one that thinks he just smashes through Stipe?
I mean, I could see it. It's definitely possible. It would just be interesting to see him go up against a guy who could actually
I
wrestle.
would like to see Stipe get the W.
Yeah.
Like, who doesn't like
The
this
only
guy?
reason why I don't think Stipe is going to win is because I believe so. Daniel Cormier knocked his ass out. The second fight, Daniel Cormier could have easily won.
Yeah.
But he got his ego went up and he wanted to knock his ass out, which was really, really dumb. And I think Daniel Cormier is that's gonna stick with him for the rest of his life because he could have beat him twice in a row.
Yeah, right.
And on top of that, the third fight, even though Stipe won very decisively, it was still competitive with Daniel Cormier. And that's a man who fucking Jon Jones beat the shit out of. And I know MMA math doesn't work that way, but
Sometimes it does. With Jon Jones, it does.
with Jon Jones, I really think it does.
Yeah.
And there's the age gap too. Stipe has been out of the ring for a very long time, and Stipe's a lot older, and he didn't look that great against Ngannou either. And I don't think that Ngannou would have done anything to Jon Jones.
You don't think Ngannou has a chance against Jon Jones?
No, I don't think he has a chance at all, especially because I think the biggest factor that I was worried about was how Jon Jones would deal with Ngannou's power. But I don't think Jon Jones would ever give Ngannou space to even throw anything.
Yeah.
He's right in his fucking face. Everybody's so scared of Ngannou that they're right within his reach,
Yeah.
right? So that distance shit, because his arms are so fucking long.
Yeah.
Jon Jones is not going to allow him to just fucking start throwing.
That's his game. That's what he's best at.
Yeah.
He wants him to throw because he
Yeah.
wants to close that fucking distance and
Yeah,
take him
yeah,
down.
yeah.
So
That's true. Ngannou is like out of the heavyweights though, I think the most massive. Like I think he doesn't he like have to cut down to 265?
I think so.
And the way he fought Stipe, he was patient when he fought him the third time. But you're right. I mean, Jon Jones probably would put the pressure on him, try to take him down immediately.
I don't think there's anyone in the heavyweight division that's going to mess with Jon Jones. This dude is going to get away.
he's just smarter.
Oh, dude. Like, he's so beyond everybody else. And he has that skill set of like a smaller guy at that weight class. And I feel like maybe the only guy who could maybe give him a problem is the Drago looking dude.
Oh, the Russian dude?
What's the name? He was the replacement for this fight. I forgot his name. Fuck.
He's the one that knocked out Tai Tuivasa, right?
Yeah, he knocked out Taito Ivasa. He smoked Derek Lewis in like 20 seconds.
Yeah.
And he knocked all these guys out quick. Sergey Pavlovich.
Yeah.
He's a scary motherfucker.
I saw that fool's highlights. He's fucking frightening as shit.
He's
Yeah.
super scary.
I think he probably could have took it to Ngannou.
Yeah.
Because
I
he,
think so too.
he actually has wrestling too.
Yeah.
So I think he would have fucked up Ngannou. to be
But I
honest.
think like his matchup against Jon Jones might be interesting, but I don't even know if Jon Jones is gonna like mess around with that.
if Jon Jones fucking fights Stipe, he could just retire after
And I
that
think he's going
Yeah.
to.
and then just sail off into the sunset and he just retires as the greatest of all time.
How much cocaine do you think he did that night he won?
Oh, he did it off of fucking his big ass wife's face.
Forehead to chin.
I shouldn't have drank.
Forehead to chin.
Dude,
First of all, I had no idea how gigantic his wife was.
she's a tall woman.
How big is she?
I don't know. Have you seen the anime Attack on Titan? She looks like one of those fucking Titans. I was
One of
actually
those?
yes, I was shook. There's a specific Titan that she actually looks like, and I was shook.
Pull it up, side by side
No,
comparison.
I'll put
right
a
here, dude.
fucking
Pull it up.
picture of
Right,
it.
dude.
Hey, no disrespect to her. I'm pretty sure she's a lovely lady.
Yeah.
You know, shout outs. I'm not trying to make fun of her. I'm a little drunk. Hilarious. Fucking hilarious.
Hilarious.
But she is a tall woman. That's
She
what
was
I'm saying.
so, his whole family,
They're giant.
his dad, I think his dad was taller than him.
Damn.
John is the baby brother. He's like the smallest one out of the whole family.
That whole family's nothing but champs, dude.
NFL dudes, right?
All
Like,
NFL, all went
They
to
all
the
got
NFL.
rings. I think they all have Super Bowl
They
rings.
all
too.
have rings.
Wow.
A whole family of champions, dude.
That's unbelievable.
That's
that
a
crazy?
powerful sperm, dude.
That's powerful sperm.
How you gonna stop that? Who gonna stop Jon Jones? No one's gonna stop Jon Jones.
I don't even want to see Jon Jones lose because, like, I'll tell you this. In my mind, I mean, okay, so people were bringing up once again on Twitter, like, who's the greatest of all time, and they were debating like Khabib or Jon Jones. I think once you get 2 belts, that greatest of all time thing puts Khabib out, right? Because even for Daniel Cormier, I put Daniel Cormier above Khabib because of the level of competition.
Yeah.
I think people always forget about that, right? So when I saw Khabib retire, I put him as like GOAT, right? Just because I saw what he was doing he just was just demolishing.
No one's going to beat him. And I feel like right now, he's still 155 champ.
I think he was, what I will say about Khabib though, I think you're right about the competition, but I think round for round, he was probably
he lost like 2 rounds his whole career.
Most dominant.
The most dominant dude was probably Khabib.
Yeah.
By far.
But I see what you're saying. You're right. Daniel Cormier, way more competition. Jon Jones, for sure, way more competition as well.
And it's in the fashion that not so much they won, but they also, the reason why I put Daniel Cormier above Jon Jones for now is because Daniel Cormier won the belt also pretty easy against Stipe. He knocked him the fuck out.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, he defended it. So once Jon Jones defends his heavyweight belt, then to me, it's Jon Jones GOAT forever.
Yeah, I think a lot of people will say they'll take Jon Jones out just because of the PED stuff.
Yeah.
But even Daniel Cormier says it too. Like if he didn't do the PED stuff, he still would have been GOAT. Like he's GOAT.
Yeah.
He's the craziest specimen we've ever seen fight, like across the board, across generations, resume, title defenses. I don't even like the guy. I think he's a terrible person. But my favorite thing he did was hit that pregnant lady with the car.
Yeah. That's the best
KO
he ever had.
That was my favorite.
That's his best win,
And then he runs back and grabs cash out of the car and then leaves again. Like, dude, you are.
That fool was on coke.
And they just found booze and condoms in there, like magnums in a bottle of vodka.
Bro, he's a savage.
It's like 1
He's
p.m.
an absolute.
It's like 1 p.m. in the day. Like, what the fuck are you doing, dog?
Dude, Anthony Smith said something very interesting when he was analyzing Jon Jones. He goes, when I was preparing for the Jon Jones fight, the reason why he felt that he couldn't do anything was because Jon Jones was coasting through the fight, so he wasn't bringing it to him. So Anthony Smith's plan with his team was to counter and look for those holes and openings if Jon Jones was going to come at him. But because Jon Jones was just kind of playing with his food, he just kind of kept the distance and he kept piecing him up from the outside.
He just kept kicking the shit out of his knees.
Exactly. So he said he didn't expect that because his team was so worried about his fucking reach, because he has like the longest reach even in heavyweight, that they didn't think about his legs.
Yeah.
And so he just kept kicking him up the middle, fucking to his legs, started obliterating him. So it's weird with Jon Jones because what's the hole in his game? You're going to take him down? Fucking Daniel Cormier took him down once and it took him 5 fucking rounds to do that shit.
Yeah.
That's Daniel Cormier.
Yeah.
So I don't understand. I'm trying to figure out who's going to be the one to dethrone him. And if he does get dethroned, I think the only reason why is because he's getting old.
I don't think anyone in the UFC right now, even like on like pound for pound, he's the best guy. And it hurts me to say it, but it's true.
Yeah, I think it's
he's the guy. No one's beating that dude.
Should talk about fucking if you guys don't know, Shevchenko, also a reigning champ who hasn't lost in how many years? It's been forever.
She
a long ass time.
A lot of people thought she didn't look that good against Talia Santos, her last fight. Some people were like, "Oh, she probably could have won that, maybe, depending how it goes." But it was really cool to see Alexa Grasso get that.
She got that fuck. You must be happy, Mexican boy.
Yeah.
You got who?
There's who? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Viva.
You got 3 champs right now. Well, technically 3 because you have fucking interim champ Yair Rodriguez.
He's interim. Oh, you're right.
Yeah, so you got 3 right now. Mexico's fucking killing it right now, dude.
They are killing it. It's cool that like certain like countries, like Africa had their thing for a while, like with
now
like,
Mexico's
Usman. Yeah, and it's like everyone has their turn, like Brazil. Yair? Who's the champion? Fucking Yair's
Volkanovski, dude.
He gonna fight Volk next. Dude.
He has to fight Volk next.
That's gonna be a good fight. Sick. Volk's an animal though.
He beat the shit.
I think
Josh Emmett, dude.
Josh Emmett. Did you watch that Yair?
Yeah.
He beat the living shit out of him.
Yeah, dude. Yair's a fucking animal.
That was I thought he owed him money the way he was fucking him up, dude. He fucked him up in the most creative fucking way possible too. His strikes were so creative and weird.
He's super creative.
Yair, like every time he fights now, I think even more so, he just doesn't give a shit about getting taken down. He's like, yeah, I'll do a 360 spin kick to your face and land it, and then spin like a little back elbow out of nowhere. Like just the setups are crazy. And then the way he off his back, he's like violent off his back. So it's like, dude,
that's the weird thing.
He's gonna give problems. He's gonna give problems to Volk. I think anywhere he goes, like Volk has to be on his game to beat Yair.
Yeah, definitely. For sure. Volk's one of his advantages is speed. Yair's faster than him.
Yeah.
So I think that was the weird thing that Josh Emmett couldn't adjust to, was he could see the left kick coming, but it was so fast he couldn't do shit about it. He just couldn't do shit about it. It was just too quick. I couldn't, as a viewer, I couldn't tell when he was going to kick.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So we're watching from the outside. I'm like, what the fuck? Did he just kick it? It was so fast.
Yeah. And I imagine like Yair's one of those guys who you spar with and he stands in front of you and you're just scared because you don't know what the fuck he's going to do.
Yeah.
You know, and then I felt that energy from Josh Emmett while they were fighting. And then all of a sudden he just lands the crazy shit and he's just kicking you in the body. He doesn't even care, bro. He's like closing his eyes, throwing body kicks and just getting, it just hurts, bro. His whole fucking side was all red.
Josh
like,
Emmett
poor guy.
is on every steroid possible. That fool's gynecomastia or whatever the fuck that shit is was ridiculous.
He got
dude.
the heavies, dude.
He had some heavy D's on
He
him,
got the
dude.
D's.
He had
them
them fucking
chi-chis.
lumps on those fucking titties. He raised his hands and I just saw these 2 fucking huge lumps on his
Wow.
nipple, which was there from the previous fight, and they got bigger. This fool is on all the roids.
Percentage wise, how many fighters do you think are taking roids? Like how many people do you think are taking?
At least half.
You think more than 50% or 50%
I
at
say
least?
50%.
What do you
I don't know,
think?
bro? I have no idea. I think because of USADA, it does. You have to be really good at how you do your steroids. Like for instance, the Jiu-Jitsu Federation, IBJJF or something. Steroids is like rampant in Jiu-Jitsu. I think they did steroid testing. I think USADA came in and they did testing for the last tournament. Like 5 of the biggest names just got popped for steroids.
And they're like, you're still competing. Go ahead.
Yeah.
And I don't know what the ban like details are, but I think they have to like stop competing for a little bit. But it just names where you're like, oh fuck, this guy was. Oh yeah, duh.
Yeah.
But it's just
That means
so
Gordon
rampant.
Ryan can't compete in that shit, right? Because
I don't think he does though, because it's like a no-gi. It's like a he doesn't even mess around with.
He openly states he's on steroids.
He does?
Yeah.
Going right?
Look at that guy, bro.
I mean, yeah, he's yoked, but I didn't know he was just out there like,
Yeah, he
man,
openly
roids.
states
I'd be doing steroids.
Yeah.
Well, he goes like, well, I don't like not do it. That's how they do it now.
Yeah.
I don't like
What
not
the
do it.
fuck?
Look at
Everyone's
Galval,
doing-
dude. That fool's fucking
Yeah,
huge.
dude, Galval's
He's
for
bigger than
sure.
he was in the UFC.
He looked
Yeah.
like a Ninja Turtle dude
Yeah,
when
yeah.
he fought. When he fought Gordon Ryan,
Yeah.
his traps had a little turtle shell.
How do you choke somebody out like that? There's no neck to choke out.
Yeah. How do you wrap your arms around?
You got to be Gordon Ryan and choke that fool out.
That shit is fucking crazy,
Nuts.
man. He's one of the only people that actually made people interested in jiu-jitsu.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Now everybody does jiu-jitsu now, dude. Now I'm scared.
Yeah.
Now I'm so scared.
Yeah, you got to
somebody's
be
gonna
careful.
Everyone's be butt scooting, dude.
What, scooting?
I'll just
Butt
come
scooting
here,
on the
dude.
sidewalk?
just- I will
Come
kill
to your
you
doom.
one of my favorite things to watch. I know this is fucked up because I love jiu-jitsu, but watching jiu-jitsu guys get knocked out. Like there's like a whole compilation you can look at it because they forget that they're striking in real life.
Yeah.
And so they'll get face stomped.
Oof.
They're getting like kicked in the head
Yeah.
because they're just like on their back like this. And then you see a guy just stomp their face in and they go, oh, I forgot. I'm not in a gi.
Yeah,
Like
bro.
you're on the streets and when
Yeah.
your head goes off concrete,
Oh.
it's different,
Yeah,
guy.
right.
Oh.
Or that there's multiple people.
Exactly.
Yeah. You're getting jumped, dog. Don't be on your back.
Yeah, somebody come here. And they're like, why'd you do that? Bow, bow, bow.
Just get stomped out. Yeah, that's the one way to stop jiu-jitsu. Get your buddies to fucking.
And once
stomp
it goes
somebody
past
out.
one-on-one, you're pretty much fucked.
You gotta be able to fucking strike.
You gotta be able to
be able to
strike.
do it all though. Honestly, like
Yeah.
the grand scheme of things, like because there's some jiu-jitsu guys like they'll do MMA for the first time and they're like, oh my god, it's so
Do you
different.
remember when we were at the Ron fight and that random drunk Asian guy came up to me?
No, I wasn't there. I watched it. I watched that fight.
Was it you? Who the fuck was next to me? But
Some other.
it was some other
Chinaman.
It was some gooky ass fighter. But I was watching Ron fight, right?
Uh-huh.
And we were chilling, and this one random Asian dude who was like a fan, and he was drunk, by the way. He comes up, he goes, oh, I saw you were doing kickboxing stuff. I was like, yeah, cool. He goes, but I do jujitsu. I'll fucking choke your ass out.
That's wild.
And I
Wow.
stopped and thank God, I forgot who I was around, but the dude, it wasn't you. It was some other Asian dude. I think it was John. But the John, like, this guy's big. He just walks up to me. He goes, what'd you say? He goes, oh, I'm just fucking around. I was like, yeah, that's right. I'm with him. Like, he'll kill you. But what the weirdest thing to say to me?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Some people are fucking idiots, dude.
Weird. And also, you
They
know, all
want to
these
impress
guys,
you, dude.
these guys are all fighters. They'll kill you. They'll
Yeah.
literally kill you. And I'm like, I'm with them. I literally grabbed him and was like, John, handle him for me real quick.
Beat this guy's ass.
What the fuck was that about?
You
I
should
was
start going to jiu-jitsu gyms. Like, oh, you do jiu-jitsu? Well, I do kickboxing. I'll knock your ass out.
Yeah, if you
Start
fucking
doing
go
that.
on your back or grab me, you're gay.
Like, oh, well, I'm not grappling
Yeah.
then.
You gonna kiss me to death? Huh? Beat my ass, but turns out gay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
you
how
won.
you stop jiu-jitsu from happening.
Yeah. Oh, that's
bro.
right. I
Yeah, just
can't.
call him gay.
Yeah, just call him gay.
But that
dude.
was so weird. That guy just fucking threatened me. I thought that was the weirdest thing that has ever happened to
It's
me.
just dumb dude shit. Dumb, insecure dude.
You weren't
shit.
impressed by that?
No, I was turned on.
Look down, you're
Got
just
his number. I
bricked
fucking,
up.
I fucking sucked his dick after.
You chugged
dude.
up. But there's another big fight coming up that we should talk about.
Ooh.
Leon Edwards.
Damn,
Usman.
brother.
Who you got? Why you got him?
Here,
What's
Joe.
going on?
I grew up in the streets.
Oh shit, that's Kamaru, my boy.
Talking over a campfire. I got
Talking over.
this motherfucker over here roasting marshmallows, fucking opening up about his heart. Listen. I think Usman is going to obliterate Leon Edwards. I only go by this based on human motivation, right?
Yeah.
I think that Usman is such a high level fucking narcissist in the best way possible when it comes to fighting that he fucks with himself so much he cannot live with himself if he loses again. That's how I feel about Usman. Usman doesn't take lightly to losses, right? It eats him up every fucking day.
Yeah.
Usman, the guy who was posting nonstop on his Instagram, has barely posted in the last fucking year or so, ever since he lost to fucking Leon Edwards. I think he's preparing for fucking war, and I don't think he's going to lose.
Really? You don't think Leon's going to be ready, bro?
I think Leon is going to try to get ready, but I think a motivated Usman is frightening.
Well, also, too, if you watch the last fight, I mean, Usman's beating him the whole time. That was Usman's fight until the very end.
Yeah.
The biggest thing that Usman isn't going to allow Leon to do, and it was the biggest mistake that he made in that last round, is give him space for striking. I think he's going to smother him, and he's not going to allow for him to catch his rhythm. And I think he's going to decisively beat his ass.
Yeah.
It's going to be interesting to see how he overcomes that mental obstacle, because there's always that mental obstacle of like getting knocked the fuck out. But I think Usman, you're right, is mentally crazy and strong enough to overcome that obstacle.
That fool woke up in Wakanda, dude. That fool got kicked so fucking hard. He ate the flower and he woke up in that fucking mystical world.
The ancestral plane.
Yeah, he woke up in the ancestral plane.
In the purple world. He was in that purple world.
That fool got knocked out where his eyes were open,
like
bro, that was crazy.
That fool said he woke up in the ambulance. You know that?
Yeah.
He didn't know that.
20 minutes later.
Yeah, he had no idea that he was knocked out until he was in the ambulance.
That's fucking insane, dude.
I think there could be an argument there where the second fight, Usman was kind of like in cruise control for the most time, right? Because he was in control most of the fight. But I'll give it to Leon. Like every time, because I just rewatched it this morning. Every time Usman took him down, Leon was working right back up. He was right there the whole time. Like there was for somebody who was getting beat that badly, especially after like the second, third, fourth rounds, to take a beating like that and just keep getting back up. Like he still had really good pockets.
He took him down too. I just remember that.
Yeah, he took it down. He took his back and was like that changed the game. Right? He mounted him, and you're like, oh shit. Leon has more of a threatening ground game in a lot of ways than Usman, because Usman can hold you down, but if you're Leon and you're working your way back up, who's not necessarily like a grappler, like then we have to question Usman's ability to like pin someone down and hold him for a long period of time.
Yeah,
because he's throwing ground and pound. But I was like, man, if Usman just starts throwing up a little more submission threats, that could change the game. Because the only thing Leon's worried about is eating a couple punches and then coming back up to his feet against the cage. And that was the whole time. So it's like, I'm really curious to see how that's going to be, especially when they're fighting at the O2 Arena in London, right? Because that crowd is
that's
loud.
right.
Dude. They're fighting on UK soil, and Leon speaks funny. You hear him talk?
Dog.
He got a British accent.
But let me tell you something. That fool Leon, whenever he's on the mic, can we get a fucking bouncy ball with some translations on the bottom? What the fuck is he saying? It's not even his UK accent. He mumbles.
Yeah.
He's terrible on the mic. He's fucking UK Stipe Miocic.
Hey, bro, you didn't like his post-fight interview when he won? He said, boom, headshot, dead. That's what he said.
That was the only thing I understood, though. The only thing I understood. Boom, headshot, dead. And you know what, brother? I'm like, hey, can somebody please translate?
1 + 2 is 3.
Yeah. Quick maths. Dog. I forgot to mention this, but Stipe Miocic, nobody ever give him a mic ever again, dude.
Yeah, for real.
This fool fucked up his bag so bad. You have fucking Megan O'Leary interviewing him, giving him good layup questions, right?
Yeah.
And he goes, I don't know. So what do you think is like Jon's weakness? You know, I'm a fight. That's it, Stipe? This is why the UFC doesn't give a fuck about you.
Yeah.
Like, say something, you fucking
Hey, you call
idiot.
that a layup, bro? What are Jon Jones' weaknesses?
That is a layup.
After a fight like that? What would you say?
Oh, fine. I'm Stipe Miocic, but I can speak English. Go ahead.
After watching Jon Jones fight, what kind of weaknesses do you think he has in your upcoming
He hasn't
matchup?
fought me yet. I'll obliterate him. I am the best heavyweight in this division, and I am considered the heavyweight GOAT. If he wants that title, he has to come through me first. You haven't seen shit yet.
That's pretty good. That was pretty
I don't
good.
like it.
He went against Cyril Gane. He has absolutely zero wrestling. What did you think was going to happen? You think he's going to do that to me? I wrestle fucked Ngannou to the floor in our first fight.
Yeah.
The second fight, I made a mistake because I thought I clipped him and he clipped me right back. That would never happen again. Jon Jones would die by me. I'm going to show him what a true
That's too
heavyweight
many
is
words
like.
for Stipe, though.
So let me do it like how Stipe would do it now. Go ahead.
Now go. Now go.
What kind of holes do you see in Jon Jones' game?
As well, when coming out, hey, hey, how good is that, huh?
Dude, one time they interviewed him and his throat was already like shot. Like
The interview just started.
he hadn't even started talking and the fool's voice was already like,
You know what the funny thing is? I went back to his old interviews. I thought it was CTE. He's been talking like this since
bro.
day one.
That's
He sounds
him.
like Don Vito, bro.
That's him, dude. Don Vito. Don Vito.
Dude, I want to see an interview with him and Dikembe Mutombo, the two ashiest voices in history. Fucking give that man lotion on his vocal cords. Jesus Christ, man. See dust coming out of his mouth. That fool was pissing me off in that fucking interview because he just wasn't saying anything. He goes, "What do you want me to say? Let's come." That's what it sounds. Fucking alien language over here. I hope he never sees this. Man will kill me.
Oh
Thank
my
you for
God.
being a firefighter. I appreciate you. But
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, dude, you need a translator. Fuck, man. Shit pissed me
He
off.
needs a speech therapist? Is that
He
what
needs
you
a
need?
speech
He needs
therapist.
something.
Dog. Oh, hey, look, I'm not.
He needs something.
He needs something. He needs something.
He needs something.
He needs something,
He
dude.
needs a glass of water. We'll start with that.
Yeah, start with a glass of water.
Dude, one of the funniest things that I ever saw. So, it was in this fight, but it was the previous fight before that. There was this young, chubby little Thai girl. Did you see her?
Mm.
She-
Yeah.
Fucking striking clinic, right? And then her translator was a white girl that spoke Thai.
Mm.
That shit was hella funny. I couldn't stop laughing.
I've never seen that.
Dude, watch that interview. And it was like, oh, this is true representation here.
Mm.
Because there was a random look. She looked like a Mormon lady and she
Uh-huh.
was in her corner. And I'm like, what the fuck? That's one of her coaches?
Yeah.
And it turned out to be her translator. And then she comes out. You see this, she looks like a Puritan. She comes out and she's speaking Thai. All of a sudden, this white girl, "Yara come kung pai ka ka." Sawadee ka, yara come home with your home and I'm Lady Boy.
I'm Lady Boy.
I was fucking shook, dude. I don't know where the fuck they found him, but she was killing it.
Was
They
she
need
really?
more
She was
white
legit?
translators. That's what they need, bro.
Damn,
Hell
they
yeah.
They
do.
need more white translators
Where
across
the white
board.
translators at? You know what I mean?
The guy that speaks Portuguese and he looks like a white guy.
He's the
but
best.
Oh, the
he's
old guy? He looks like
amazing,
Ron
bro.
Perlman. He looks like fucking the dude from Sons of Anarchy, Clay and shit. Yeah, I know
They
what you're
do.
talking
The Portuguese translators are always the best because they always translate emotion too.
about.
They don't just do it word for word. They say it as if they were saying it through all like the emotional turmoil, like how sad they are.
Oh,
how
dude,
angry they
you
are.
have to do the Korean guys. You got to be the translator for the Korean.
Oh, I
fighters.
would fucking love to.
You would
dude.
cut
Dude,
sick
do that.
promos
And
for
that
him.
guy would like
Yeah,
tap
you
his.
would.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
please, please, please,
This is what he said.
I want to be respectful. I wanna be
David's in the
respectful.
camera like, motherfucker.
He said, "Fuck you."
This is what he
That's
said.
what he
He said,
said.
"Hey, bitch ass motherfucker, I'm gonna come to your house when the fucking clock hits midnight. I'm sticking my dick in your wife's mouth. Let's go." And the guy's like, "I never said that. I never said a penis. Don't worry about it. I got you."
I got you. Don't worry. Don't trip. Don't trip.
What else did he say? He said that he's gonna fucking find you. He's gonna slash your fucking tires, take the rubber, stretch it out, and choke you out with it, bitch. Hey, I'm from New York.
I think you got the job, dude.
Dude, hey, UFC hire me right now.
Here it is,
hired,
man.
dude.
You speak Korean?
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about this. This passed recently. It was the Jake Paul and Tommy Fury fight.
Tommy Fury. He looked good. You know, I watched some more highlights. Tommy Fury was kind of landing some good shots.
I don't
Tommy Fury
understand.
was cracking him.
You know
He
what
was
the-
cracking the
A
shit
lot.
out of him.
Yeah, he was cracking the shit. He was lighting him up.
Here's the weird thing about that. A lot of like Israel Adesanya watched the fight. He thought that Jake Paul won. And listen, I actually thought that Jake Paul was going to beat Tommy's ass.
Me too.
So
yeah?
I was rooting for Jake Paul.
Bro, I
Oh,
look
wow.
like such an idiot because I
Yeah.
was like, dude, Jake Paul's gonna smoke Tommy Fury.
Yeah.
And
And
now
when
I
I-
look like an asshole.
And when I watched the whole fight, I watched it 3 times
Yeah.
because, you know, when there's like a fighter that I respect,
Mm.
I always try to see what they're looking at. And I'm like, you're retarded, Adesanya. Like, oh, excuse me. You are mentally deficient. You are dumb.
Deficient.
I've promised not to use this word. I'm trying to get it out of my vernacular. Apologies. But idiot. Like I didn't really get what Adesanya was talking about.
Yeah.
What was he saying?
He thought, I think it's from that last round where he hit him with the jab and he fell over. But he said that,
The
look,
knockdown.
Jake had some good hard hits,
Yeah,
but it
definitely.
didn't phase him at all.
Yeah.
No.
And then Tommy was jabbing him the fuck up, and he had a lot more combos.
Yeah. Tommy
He
was
wore the shots worse. I
He
think.
was constantly on his ass, like landing points constantly throughout all the rounds.
Like
he was
Jake
lighting
would
him up.
connect, Tommy would come back with 6 or 7 more shots.
Exactly.
And they weren't landing in his guard. He was hitting him with all the openings.
Mm.
So I was shook that it was a split decision. I thought decisively Tommy won.
Yeah.
It
same.
wasn't even close.
Yeah, same.
So
But it's like Jake's the money, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
Boxing's, we all know it's fucking corrupt. So, but yeah, and to me too, it seemed like Tommy Fury was like definitely won that fucking fight, you know?
he beat his ass, dog.
Yeah, he whooped his ass.
He beat his fucking
Yeah.
ass, man.
He lit him up.
Tommy Fury's dad is hilarious. Have you seen his
John
fucking
No, I haven't seen
Fury.
his dad.
His is full. John Fury's fucking hilarious.
What a
He goes,
name too, isn't it?
on Jake Paul, you're a YouTuber. Let me tell you something. What he's going to do? He's going to go find your woman, bend her over, and smash her from the back.
Smash her from the back.
He literally said that.
That sounds like a David So promo right
Yeah.
there, dude.
He literally.
I don't think that's John Fury, dude.
he literally
That's a
said
David
that.
So original.
That's
You
a
just
David
said
So
that
original
earlier.
for the Korean
He
guy.
said, yeah. He's going to take you from the ass. Take you from the ass.
So you're speaking English, you don't have to
He's
use
like,
that.
gonna open up butt cheeks and he's gonna blow in the ass with like a this one.
Dude, did he really say that?
He literally said
Dude,
that.
I'm gonna look that shit up after this.
John Fury was
He's a
going
wild man, though.
in
The
on Jake
gypsies.
Paul.
The
The gypsies
gypsies.
don't give up.
Bro, him and Tyson look the same. They look exactly the same. And then Jake Paul just has, like, he just looks like Mike Wazowski. He's got like the longest arms I've ever seen on a person.
Mhm.
But it's like, you just like, oh, that guy's on Love Island. That's what I think of him. And he's not gonna have any more fights. Like, who's gonna fight him now?
Yeah.
People also forget too with Tommy Fury. He's only 23. He's a baby.
He's a young lad, is
Yeah,
what they
he-
say over there.
Young lad.
They use
Young
lad.
lad.
I think he's young. He's younger than Jake Paul.
Is he really?
Yeah,
Wow.
I think Jake Paul's like 24, 25. So he's like a couple years
And
younger.
then he has the tutelage of his brother. That's fucking amazing, dude.
Exactly.
Is a good word.
Tutelage.
That's a good word.
So,
Boy.
you know,
Doesn't come out often,
hey,
but when it
my
comes
guy,
out,
I
it's
can't spell it though.
impact. Tuttleag.
There you go. This guy had to jack off for 1 month. So I mean, he's smart.
Yeah, he don't know the words and shit.
Yeah, but when I was watching that shit, it was interesting because I really thought that Jake Paul was going to win. And then afterwards, here's the funny thing about that shit. Like, everybody was wondering how good Jake Paul's boxing was, right? And I think because he promos himself so well, I kind of got caught into the hype a little bit. But then, like, when you look at that fight from a low-level pro, like Tommy Fury, and he is very low level. He's going to get destroyed by so many pros in boxing, right? But once again, he's young and he just started. I assumed that Jake Paul was on his level, and Jake Paul was not. Jake Paul is at best a mid-level amateur. Only because, and there was somebody who wrote this to me on Twitter. He goes, because that guy was boxing or whatever. He goes, the biggest problem that Jake Paul has is that most amateurs, when they come in to fight at the level that he has already 100 matches.
Yeah.
He has no rounds. So Jake Paul's ability to get better is only based on his money and the trainers that he has. But there's something that he doesn't have, which is experience.
Yeah.
And experience speaks for everything.
Sure.
So at least Tommy Fury has like six or eight pro matches. So he has a lot of competition under his belt, and he's done amateur matches, I believe, as well. So that's why Jake, he's like, his footwork is terrible.
Yeah.
And everybody
That's
has
the biggest part.
Mhm.
And it's most, especially too, it's like, yeah, he has that big right hand, but if he can't get in position to land those shots on someone who's like pretty good defensively, he's going to have a lot of like hard time. And that's what happened with Tommy Fury. Like, anytime he lands that big shot is because the guy that he's fighting, they stand right in front of him in that 50-50 position. And they're like, all right, let's go. That's how he knocked out Tyron Woodley.
he
that's
stood
how-
there, feet planted.
Yeah. And it's like, you obviously, like, you have to show him respect and not like be right up in front of him, like, all right, let's fucking throw. It's like, no, you're giving him an out, essentially. Same with Anderson Silva, right? He was winning rounds and then he kind of got reckless, got sat down, and then in that 50-50 position, it's like, you can't be doing that with someone who's younger than you, who's a lot bigger, has a big punching power. So it's like, people, I think, question like, how did that even happen? But I think that's exactly
And
what happened.
this is the first time Jake Paul has fought somebody who wasn't retired in their sport.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean?
His age.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's actually his age. That his size. Nobody he fought was his size.
Yeah.
And also dedicated to that sport.
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah.
this is the first boxer he fought. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Joe Rogan sucks Jake Paul's dick a lot too. He's like, he's legit. He's amazing. And I'm like, I understand what Joe means. I think people don't give Jake Paul enough credit sometimes, right? But now people are overestimating him.
Sure.
They got to bring him down because how many pros that we know that can murder Jake Paul instantly?
Yeah.
Like
Who was the guy that was going to fight him? Hassan?
dude?
What was that name?
Hassan Rahman Jr.
Rahman. Yeah,
son
dude.
of a legend.
If he fought Jake Paul, because they were supposed to fight earlier,
Who would have killed him?
oh man, it would have been a completely different fight. Like I think that would have like lowered the stock.
It would have
a lot.
obliterated him.
Oh yeah.
I mean, in this way, it's kind of smart though. He made all his money. He finally like was like, all right, I'll do the real test. He lost a lot of stock, but like, look at all the money he's already. You know what I mean? He's
chilling.
already. I don't think he's really going to try to be a pro.
He's on the best path by far.
Yeah.
Obviously, like
career-wise,
he's
he
killing
did the
it.
right thing.
I think this kind of goes. So when the Hassan Rahman Jr. thing happened, right? Everybody was saying that, if Hassan, if you really wanted to fight him, you would have lost the weight, right? And then Hassan was still cutting the weight at the fight time. I think he was only like 2 pounds over, 2 or 3 pounds over, right? Which is really, really fucking close. But then Jake Paul wrote all these weird stipulations to make sure that fight didn't happen.
Yeah.
And that's what a lot of people don't give credit to. Like Jake Paul did not want to fight Hassan Rahman Jr. at all. He just wanted to
I
create
wouldn't
the
have
hype.
either. If I was him, I'd be like, we ain't doing
Because
this
Hassan's
fight.
an actual heavyweight.
Mm.
He's fought at light heavyweight, but only for a few. But he's a big boy.
Mm.
And also, too, he's actually not bad. He's actually pretty,
He's very nice.
He's nice. His
with
jab is decent, too. So if you thought fucking Tommy was going to jab his face in, Hassan would have obliterated him.
Mm.
And you could see it
He's more seasoned vet, I think.
way more seasoned, too.
He's still like a beginner. Like he's still like a quote unquote a low level pro,
Mhm.
but he's still like he's bigger than Jake Paul. He's got way more experience. Like I think it would have been an ugly night for him.
And he's way more powerful than him, too. Hassan Rahman hits hard, dude.
Damn.
If you see the small little sparring match that Jake Paul had, which was only like a year ago, right? It was like night and day, like how much better Hassan was. And Hassan was only allowed to use his jab, and he was beating the living shit out of Jake.
Just tagging him.
Just tagging him and having him running around.
Yeah.
So like
Damn.
it just would have been a really bad look. So smart on Jake to not want to fight him. But if Hassan by chance, I don't know how he did it. If he got his weight in, Hassan would have killed him. Like it would have been bad. I think he would have been knocked out. So very good on him. And Hassan wants to fight. You know
I'm
what I mean?
sure. Yeah.
He wants that payday.
Fuck yeah.
But he gonna
Why
probably
not?
fight KSI next time, Jake Paul.
Think so?
Probably. That's probably the next fight to make, unless they do a rematch
With Tommy Fury?
Dude,
I don't know if they're gonna want to watch that.
Logan Paul wants to fight.
Yeah, that I saw that clip of him like grabbing the microphone. I didn't even know it was in between like rounds where he goes, Tommy Fury, you're a bitch. Your whole family's a bunch of bitches.
That shit was
I'll
so
fight
corny.
you.
What the
I was
fuck?
like, what, dude?
In between rounds?
Yeah,
How'd he get a mic? He just grabbed a mic?
I guess it was like someone who was interviewing him,
Oh.
and then he grabbed it and started yelling.
It was so corny.
Yeah,
It was
Yeah.
very fucking corny.
even the guy was like, oh, dude,
Dude.
yeah, man.
Yeah,
What's going on?
just
Why you do
you have
this?
your prime stuff. You have millions of dollars.
Yeah,
just,
what are
just
you
You're
stick
doing?
with
chilling,
that,
dude. Beat WWE because he's so good at that. Logan Paul's very good at the WWE.
Yeah, you know what the weird thing is, like with him, like
He don't watch WWE, bro. This guy don't watch wrestling.
you know why?
guy
Because
never-
I'm a real man.
This guy's
dude.
never even seen a Royal Rumble before.
Hey,
dude.
Huh. You don't think I know about my fucking Rikishis? All right.
Dude,
Oh,
Rikishi's.
yeah, dude. What
Yeah.
era was he in?
Huh?
What era was he
best
in?
era, you idiot.
Which was? Sounds like he doesn't know.
Hey,
Sounds like he doesn't know.
Give me 4 wrestlers that are wrestling right now, aside from fucking Logan Paul, you
Dude.
pussy fake fuck.
Okay, you want to hear some shit?
Yeah.
I'm gonna fucking embarrass you so bad, dude.
No, if you say this yourself, you're gonna embarrass yourself. So go ahead. This is
No,
what-
check
I'm
it
setting
out.
you up. Go
No,
ahead.
I'm gonna set you up for all the WWE heads in there.
Go,
in the
get it,
comments,
get it.
Fucking Logan Paul.
I said not Logan Paul.
All right, Bad Bunny.
Bad Bunny?
Bad Bunny.
He did WWE.
Is he on
Did
the
it
roster
again?
Yeah,
right now?
you wouldn't fucking know. I don't know if he's on the roster, but he did a match.
Okay, first of all, any man that listens to Bad Bunny is a pussy. Go ahead.
Okay,
That's fucking girl music, dude.
Hey, I was shaking my thing at his concert.
I
So
bet you were pussy. Go ahead.
I liked it.
You went to his concert?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Tiff made me go.
Oh, okay.
I bought it for
Tiffany
Tiff's
make him
birthday.
go.
He's like-
he
I bought it for
bought
her
the
birthday.
tickets, dude.
I
He
bought
went
the
by
tickets.
himself?
Yeah, this one has a Playboy Bunny tattoo on the tip of his dick.
Shut
Let's go.
up, dude. I showed you that in confidence.
Show us your dick ring
Okay.
right now, you
Pull your
cocksucker.
dick
Go ahead.
up. Pull your
All
dick
right,
up.
ready?
Sorry, go ahead.
Donald Trump.
Okay, there we
Trump's been
go.
on
Trump
there.
dog.
Okay.
He's on the WWE. Roman Reigns.
Amazing.
You know that's a wrestler.
Okay, and I know Roman Reigns.
Roman Reigns.
Okay, dude. And
Who?
fucking the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels.
Okay,
Shawn
what era is
Michaels.
that in, dog? that's even
You think I'm cute. You know I'm
sexy.
That's the best song ever. But anyways,
Yeah.
yeah. So
Sweet
face,
Chin Music?
Moded. in
You
front
don't
of
know
your
shit
platform of 20
about
of
anything.
like a million
You're
subscribers.
a fitness guy and all your guys are fat.
You just got molded, dude, as they often are sometimes.
Come sign up with Nick. Just learn how to get fatter.
Why you gotta talk about profession? We talking about WWE, bro.
Bro, I am talking about your friend. Both those things are fake as fuck.
Damn, brother.
Yeah, dude. David's so quick.
Dude, a Royal Rumble though back in the day was the shit though, my guy.
Yeah, because they would get a shot at the WWE Championship, bro.
Yeah.
Come on.
Rikishi was the shit. Goldust. Do you remember Goldust?
Dude,
he was a rapist.
Was he?
Reals?
Well, I mean, like, not in real life. But
Well, I mean, like-
his character, he would like fucking like touch dudes' dicks and shit.
Oh,
and,
yeah,
like,
yeah,
he was
yeah,
like
yeah.
that was like his persona was like.
Oh my God.
I don't mean. Even,
I was like, for real?
no, it was like somebody was like, let's have a character who's like a rapist.
Yeah, yeah.
And his special moves
Made
are
fun of-
fondling dudes'
I
dicks.
want to
Yeah.
hear the pitch of that shit. Is that, hey, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna there's a ball and gold. I'm gonna fucking sexually harass everybody. My
Yeah.
name, Gold Dust. Vince McMahon was like, that's genius.
That's cool.
We're gonna
There
go
was-
with it.
Dude, there was one dude's special move. It was this big black dude. He would wear like this kind of like silky clothes. They were like pajamas. And his special move was he would lay you down on your stomach and he would just dry hump the shit out of your ass. Like he would literally just do like the worm, but he would
Are you
just
sure
be
this was
fucking your ass.
WWE?
Dude, WWF, dude, in the middle of the ring.
Sounds
would-
like the Spice Channel, my
would
boy.
literally just dry hump the shit out of somebody, and then afterwards they had to be like, oh, because like the special move always was like the one that got
Yeah,
the
yeah,
3
yeah.
count. So he would like dry hump them like 5 times, and then
Maybe
they would
KO.
go, oh,
Yeah, they're
afterwards.
done so.
And
Dude,
it
when
would be done.
Rikishi would do his move where he would take
Yeah.
his fat ass and shove it in, that was I would quit immediately.
Oh yeah, it's over.
That's it.
I'm
That's
like,
a wrap.
you know what?
But you gotta sell it though.
Well,
You gotta sell
Rikishi
the
did an
move.
interview, like a podcast, and he was talking about it where he said that everybody hated it.
Oh,
I'm
bet.
sure.
All the people who had to get that shit done fucking hated it. And since there was certain wrestlers that were really about it because they were into their craft, they had their head up and they just stuck their nose straight into that ass.
Oh,
Man.
And it was like Kurt Angle was one of those guys, like he
Kurt
was a performer all the way. And then I specifically remember this one time where The Rock took Vince McMahon
Yeah.
and shoved his face in that shit. And he said that Vince McMahon, before they performed that day, he goes, Rikishi, I hope you wash your ass today.
That's so funny.
Dude, his
dude.
fucking booty looked like the surface of the moon.
Yeah, it was cottage cheesed up.
That
dude.
shit was crazy.
It was
dog.
cottage cheese.
he
my
wasn't
boy.
worried about cellulite, dog.
No,
Not at all.
not at all.
The more the
not
better,
at all.
probably.
You
Probably
want-
sold more tickets and shit, dude.
That's some
Rikishi,
Kahlua
my
pork
boy.
booty right there, dude. That's some katsu booty,
Damn,
dude.
bro.
Hawaiian mac salad ass. Let's go, baby. Poke booty.
Damn, dude.
was
Yeah,
a
that was the shit though. Rikishi, X-Pac, the degeneration suck it
Suck
thing.
it. Yeah, dude.
Kids were getting in fights over that.
Oh, dude, if you did that, that was basically telling you that you fucked their mom.
Yeah, that was a fist fight. That was like
Yeah.
on site. Like someone did this. It was just like backpacks.
In the second grade, I got
Like, what
sent
the
home,
fuck?
dude. In
Wow,
second
you
grade,
did the
yeah, I
second?
did fucking
Degeneration
suck it,
second?
dude.
X-Pac second?
I saw someone do it and people started laughing. I didn't know what it meant, but I just started doing it. And
Yeah.
then people started, and I kept saying, suck my dick. And I got sent home.
So I remember this dude in junior high. His name was, let's call him JP. So JP, Filipino dude. He,
I know like 10 Filipino JPs.
you know, at the time, this was hot, right? It was just the biggest insult ever was to call somebody retarded, right? I'm trying to take it out of I didn't know how offensive it was to people. It's half-half, but I'd rather just, I'll probably just take it out I'll take it out of the fucking vernacular. But that was like the thing in elementary school. You would call people retarded. It was like a big insult.
It's a good
Yeah.
burn.
So this dude, JP, he was like famously known in junior high for making fun of people, but he wouldn't call them the R word. He would just look at you and go, which was a thing in elementary school.
Yeah.
So
That's very popular at that time.
this is like the worst thing that could ever happen to you. So there was a kid who was in class. I don't understand why he was in our class because he was mentally disabled, but he was in our class at the time. And then it was geometry. It was geometry. It was geometry. It was in junior high. We were in geometry in 8th grade. And he insulted somebody in the class by doing the classic JP thing, which made us laugh, but didn't make Mr. Fuentes laugh. So he looks at the kid and he goes, "You freaking retard," like that. And then Mr. Fuentes catches him and he makes him go up to the front of the class and he goes, "You need to apologize to everybody right now because that is unacceptable." And then there was a kid who was mentally disabled.
Yeah.
And he made him apologize to him in front of the class. And then JP was crying in front of the class. "I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to be," what's the word? Disrespectful. And he was bawling.
Wow.
And then it didn't matter because guess what happened during fucking break? motherfucker went straight back to it. I was like, this little cried apologizing. Right after class, he went right back to it again.
Damn, bro. No shame. No shame in this game for JP.
Dude, you know, like kids in elementary school, one of my buddy was telling me that, you know how when we were kids, we used to make like gay jokes? They still do that now.
Yeah.
I thought
that'll never get old.
I guess it doesn't get old.
It'll never get old. Dude.
So
all these jokes are evergreen.
I feel like the more they try to suppress it too, the more that's the fun. It makes it funnier. It's more charged. You know what I mean?
My buddy's nephew was in school, and growing up, they would just pat him in the butt if he does good things. So he's like in 3rd grade, and one of his friends they were playing basketball or some whatever sport, and he made a shot or whatever. He comes up and he pats his friend in the butt, and he said his friend turned around and looked at him. He goes, "Hey, that's gay."
Like he didn't know.
Yeah. He looks back and he goes, "It's not gay." He goes, "No, that's gay. You can't touch my butt. That's gay." He goes, "That's not gay." He goes, my uncle does that to me all the time." He goes, "Your uncle's gay." But he legit was like shook.
Dude.
Yeah.
But I guess they still roast you for doing stuff like that in
That's
elementary
funny
school.
as shit. Yeah,
That'll never change.
It'll never change, man.
We got to keep it around forever.
You got to keep it.
And I think it's just the way humans are, dude.
Yeah, it's just a human thing. It's funny. It's harmless.
I'd be so funny. Dude, if my kid's gay, I'm like one rule in the house. It's like, listen, I accept that you're gay. That's perfectly fine. But you gotta let me make fun of you though.
Yeah, jokes, dude, jokes.
Yeah, you gotta build a thick skin.
I think any type of situation, whatever you are, whatever's going on, we're cracking jokes hard.
Yeah,
Jokes
like we're family, dude.
It doesn't matter, dude.
Every fucking barbecue, I'm like, look, Peter wants a hot dog. Of course, bet you're not gonna chew it either, you deep throat motherfucker.
You have to.
He has to let me. That means I love you.
It's a must.
If I didn't do that, that means I don't love you, kid.
Yeah, it's a must.
You know,
that's your love language. You like to fucking roast people
all the fucking time, dude.
Before we were filming, you were talking about how people like would get like some people they don't know that and they don't communicate like that. They get their feelings hurt,
dude. So I went to APL Adam Perry Lane barbecue spot.
So crazy.
And then my buddy.
Where are we gonna go, by the way?
Oh, okay. When I come back from Mexico. I'm going to Mexico this weekend.
You are?
Yeah, for a wedding.
Damn, dude, where in Mexico? You know, shit's cracking off.
Dude, that's what
the cartel shit.
They literally was just an advisory, like for specific states.
If you're Korean, don't go to Mexico.
What state are you going to?
Let me tell you. I don't know. It's a resort.
Where?
It's a long ass name. I've never heard of it though.
Okay,
but
Zacatecas.
It's something.
Oh shit! Zacatecas. Don't go there.
It's called tequila.
That's one of them. You're not supposed to go to.
Yeah.
But so, number one, listen. This is not my friend. This is the lady's friend, right?
Okay.
I'm pretty sure she's not gonna listen to this podcast, but I fucking hate your guts. Because this motherfucker sets up this wedding, doesn't tell us how to book the fucking hotel, the resort, right?
Yeah.
Me don't no habla español.
Españolis?
Yeah. No habla español, right? Trying to book this stuff.
Yeah,
they no habla inglés.
Yeah.
So no habla español. No habla inglés.
Yeah.
No comunicación.
Sounds like you got it though.
Yeah, you're making it happen.
So
shit.
you're on the phone.
Yeah. The name of the hotel. Which
So,
is really long.
call her up, trying to book this shit for a week. And my lady calls her up. It's like, hey, we can't book this because nobody speaks English over there. And for some reason at the resort, it's hard to get a hold of anybody. I was like, how did you do this? They're like, oh, well, my husband, he's Mexican and his family just did all for us. Hey, bitch. How about you do it for your fucking guests too?
Yeah.
Like a decent host.
Yeah.
So everybody's struggling to get a booking and then we couldn't get it. So she just, I was like, oh, I'll tell them to do it. Yeah, no shit, dummy. So, and on top of that too, right? Because this is like some obscure place in Mexico.
Bro.
Dude, yeah. Go.
The only flights, we're flying in on Friday, right?
Uh-huh.
Guess when the next available flight is? Tuesday.
Oh, man. Dude, you're going to some fucked up ass spot.
So now I'm like, I don't want to go to this because number one, me scared of Mexico.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
Somebody,
you should be.
So on the news, if you guys don't know, somebody just got chopped the fuck up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A couple of Americans got kidnapped. A couple of them got killed. Wait, well, bad sign number one, though, is that usually at resorts, people can speak. The American tourists, that's their money. That's how they make money.
Yeah.
So the fact that no one knows how to speak English at that
Scares me.
resort is you're going to go to a hut, dude. You're going to like a straw, 3 little pigs
little
ass
pueblo,
fucking,
dude.
yeah, made out of straw ass hut.
Okay, don't say this.
Yeah.
You don't even know what fucking city it's
Dudes
in.
got kidnapped.
Or
Like,
town.
honestly, some dudes got kidnapped and killed. And then I just saw today, they were like, yo, don't go to these states specific. There was like 5 states specifically. But I mean, Mexico's kind of fucking
Popping
wild.
off.
Well, that's what I'm saying, man. And I don't know what it is about my lady, but she out here living in La La Land.
Yeah.
And I've been to Mexico a couple times, and I've been to some seedy ass areas. And let me tell you something. A little racist towards people that look like us.
We stick
Yeah.
out, bro.
like
Yeah.
a motherfucker.
We stick out.
Like blatant racism,
Yeah.
which
They're
I'm okay
all-
because it's not my country.
Just chinos. They call you chinos, which is Chinese. You're all Chinese.
We're
That's
all
what they call you.
chinos.
Dude,
Good thing I'm Chinese.
Bro, I remember walking in Tijuana, right? And obviously I'm going there for missionary work. Motherfuckers would just come up to me. Like, unwarranted.
Yeah.
For no reason.
Dude.
I'm just walking by. Hello.
We were in Playa del Carmen, right? We're walking around, very touristy area. You might see some
Bro.
chinos over there, but these 2 guys were walking. They're locals. I don't know why they did this, but they just pointed at me and they go, Chino! Ah! They hold their bellies and start laughing. And I go, what the fuck, dude? And that happened the whole time I was there. We went to a resort
so
in
funny.
Cancun, and it was like one of those like day excursion things, right? One of the guys was the lifeguard. Me and Tiff are standing there getting ready to hop on the zip line or whatever. He looks at Tiff in Spanish and goes, where are you from? And she goes, oh, I'm from LA. He's like, oh, very cool. And then he looks at her and he goes, what about you? Are you from North Korea or China? Those are the only 2 options I got. And I
Yeah.
go, I'm from China. And he goes, cool.
You know what was actually very progressive of that guy to know Korea, though.
Yeah. But
That's
it's
Usually
Korea.
it's
Next
just
level.
it's just everyone's China, like chinos. That's just chinos.
Yeah. But he
And
goes,
what's funny is like people think that like only like white people can be racist, but like, dude,
everyone's racist.
everyone can be racist. I remember I was watching a soccer game. Mexico lost to Japan. So Japan is Japón in Spanish. Japoneses is how you say Japanese people. My uncle was pissed. He's like, pinches chinos. It says Japan on the screen. I'm like, pinches chinos. Those chinos. I'm like, dude, they're Japanese. He's like, I know those pinches chinos. Like, it just,
That's just what it is.
that's just what
man.
it is,
He's
dude.
like, I don't know what word you're saying.
He's like,
what?
So the fact that that guy knew about Korea is
Yeah.
actually, that guy's ahead of the curve.
The funny
Yeah,
thing,
no, for
I
real.
bet you he said that and he wasn't even making a joke.
Yeah, he was like, yeah, Korea.
North Korea or China?
North Korean or from China.
And he's like, he's going to be impressed.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I know they don't get very many North Korean tourists. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
the fact that he pulled that out of his hat, I was like, I feel like you're making fun of me. I feel like you're making fun of me.
He's
dude.
like, hey, how come you don't open your eyes?
Hey, your
Look at these. You know what the funny thing is? Like when Mexican people do that, I'm like, your eyes are just like mine.
yeah.
Yeah, there's honestly a lot of Asian looking.
Yeah, like you
Latino,
fucking
Mexican dudes.
Aztec
Like
motherfucker.
mad
Look at
Asian
you.
For
looking.
real.
Yeah, like
How-
mad Asian looking.
How many Mexican people do you know? Their nickname is Chinito.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's the thing. Yeah.
You know,
You
a
look a little
couple-
Asian? Hey, you're
Hey,
Chinese.
when I was in
Your
Mexico,
nickname is Chinese
Yeah.
guy.
Yeah,
Little Chinese guy,
You look-
dude.
hey, Chinito.
Isn't that wild?
That shit only works in Spanish, bro.
Yeah, it
it's
does.
the best.
These fools will be like
Damn.
pulling back their eyes. I'm like, hey, dog, it already looks like that.
Yeah.
you ain't got to do it. You actually kind of look like me,
Bro,
bro.
legit, a lot of Latinos look Asian as fuck. Like mad Asian.
Adjacent, dude.
They are. Dude, that's
Agreed.
what, dude. My mom loves Mexican food. You know why? Because it's like almost like the same type of ingredients.
Yeah,
It's very fucking similar.
That's funny.
She loves fucking menudo
Ah.
because it has
yeah.
all like the tripe and shit like that. My mom fucking loves that shit.
Wow.
And then now you have like all the Mexican people going to Korean barbecue and bringing tortilla presses.
Yeah.
Oh,
and they're making
dude.
tacos and shit.
Yeah.
Smart as shit, dog.
It's right
Yeah.
there.
And they make our food better than we do. Yeah, have you seen that shit in Din Tai Fung?
Uh-uh.
With Din Tai
They're
Fung,
all
the
Mexican.
Taiwanese spot, it's all Mexican dudes rolling out the fucking
in the
dumpling
back?
dough.
Oh, yeah.
They're like, it's a fucking
They're
tortilla.
doing
What's-
18
what's-
folds and
Yeah.
In the
shit.
kitchen, it's always Latino dudes in the kitchen, dude.
I don't know how they learned that shit so fucking fast, too.
I don't know.
Because they're like,
either,
this
dude.
shit's easy, bro.
Yeah.
We're like, we're willing to work.
Yeah.
Unlike you Americans. And that's why they get all the jobs.
And they take pride in working too.
Yeah.
Like that's the thing is like working in restaurants. Like if you want to get like one of those dudes respect, it's just work hard. And
For
then
real.
that's what they respect. They take pride in the fact that they work hard. That's it. They're like just about hard work. I'm like, dude, he's like, I work
That's so
47
true.
hours a day, dog.
What about
What
you?
about you? Yeah.
What about you,
And
bitch?
exactly. And but if you bust your ass, they're like, hey, you're cool.
That's funny.
Anytime I worked at a restaurant job, the bus boys, especially if you work the morning shift, they're like, they wrap up and they go to their night job. Always. Like all the dudes that worked in the back in the kitchen, they always had another job they're working throughout the day. 2 jobs a day.
I know a
minimum.
guy that works 7 doubles. He never literally doesn't have a day off or a night off. He works
fuck?
7 days straight, doubles.
Yeah.
Like what?
What does his
What do you do?
look like? Dude?
Yeah, he just
Strong.
works.
just strong,
Yeah,
strong
blood
as shit,
flowing
dude.
through it
Strong.
constantly.
He's not even a human. He's just like an element of the world that just works. Like he's just like a fucking like just
dude.
it's like a gaseous.
Our
form.
cleaning lady, she's from Honduras. She's 4'10". Amazing, strong
Yeah.
as shit. I seen her lift a refrigerator by herself.
Clean 100% it down.
She's fucking amazing. And I'll tell you this, not to shit on my own people, right? Mexican people, a lot more honest than Asian people, especially when it comes to like cleaning shit. So like this lady, I fucking love her. Her name is Ritzy, right? She's Honduran. Fucking love her to death. Does her job, does it really fucking well. She doesn't ever try to jip us. We had like Asian cleaning people before. Fucking come in, pay them the next week. Actually, it's a $140. Right? And I'm like, no, been paying $120 for the past like, I don't know, 6-7 months. No, you steal $20 from me, $140. I'm like, okay, here's $140.
Yeah.
Right? Next week, give them $140. You're short $30, $170. Fuck you guys.
Yeah.
And this is why you live in a communist country and I hate you. I fucking hate you. Every fucking Asian cleaner did that shit to us. But
Damn.
the Mexican ladies, fucking sweet as shit, occasionally bring us food for some goddamn
Give
reason.
you a
That's
deal.
nice. That's nice.
You know what I
Brought
mean?
you food. Yeah.
Bring
yeah.
us food for
Hell
some
yeah.
fucking
Yeah.
reason.
Hey, we
I
were
don't
thinking
know
of you.
That's nice.
I don't get it,
Yeah.
you know, but
Yeah,
I
yeah.
fucking love it.
Fuck yeah.
And I never get that from the Asian cleaners.
Some pan dulce. They just bring some pan
Dude,
dulce.
Little pozole.
Tiff's
Ooh.
brown family is way cooler than my yellow family, dude. They're just by far way
Why you gotta
cooler
go straight
hanging around.
colors, bro?
Yeah.
That should sound racist.
Yeah, what they are though. Like they're just so much sweeter. They're just so much more like they're just like I feel like they care about me, you know.
They could just be nice people because there's obviously shitbags. too, you know
Oh,
what I
of
mean?
course, of course.
They just
But even
might
that,
be
like,
nice people.
just like the way you walk in the door, they're just already offering. Like, it's just so part of the culture. But in my family, it's the complete opposite. Maybe I have a bad family.
I
That's
feel
what-
like I like
maybe
her.
it's I have a bad family.
Your mom's always been cool though. Every
Yeah, she
time I went to
cool.
your house, she's
She
cool.
be
as fuck.
talking shit all
And your
the
dad
time.
was always cool too. To me, I mean, they were always chill with me.
Yeah, because you're a good guy. They
We-
like you.
We would like talk shit. They crack jokes.
Yeah, that's how they get along.
Sisters in the corner being a lesbian.
I know
It
what
was
you
sick.
mean though. Hey, fucking Latino warmth is different though.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, I mean,
It's nothing like Asian warmth. There is
Fucking-
no Asian warmth.
Is there no Asian?
I
warmth?
remember just like going to like the Mexican homie's house and they be giving kisses on the cheek and shit. I'm like, what
Yeah.
the fuck is this? Your mom trying to fuck me? What's up?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I just wasn't used to this stuff. And they're just so warm, the way they greet you. and
Yeah.
It's just a little
They
different.
also incorporate you really easy.
Yes.
Like anybody, like a friend will come. Like I've had friends over for like holiday parties, like if their family was out of town or whatever, and just instantly like you're just one of the like you just come in here. Everyone just start like my
100%.
grandmother's shooting the shit with you. Like yeah, there is that family incorporate everybody.
As like
element
time
of it.
goes by, I suddenly have a thick mustache. I have a sombrero. You know what I mean?
Dude, growing up, I was afraid to bring friends home to the house because I'd feel like if they didn't do the right sequence of things of saying hello to my mother in
Mm.
a certain way or take their shoes off or whatever the fuck, she was gonna yell at them and just like and yell at me at once they're gone. Like, don't you ever bring this fucking guy to my house because that would always happen.
Oh wow.
So we just never had people over ever
oh damn.
growing up.
Oh, I never
You
got
guys
that
weren't
vibe.
like that?
Not at
But
all.
no, I understand what you mean though. Like
know what I mean?
it was just a very strict, unwelcoming household.
Yeah, like it just was a sense of like, why even bother? I'll
Yeah.
just go to my friend's house.
Like the
I'm
only
not gonna have
difference
them come over.
is like I know this about like the Mexican homegirls. You don't bring a boy over though. That's,
Yeah.
that sentence. You know what I mean?
oh for sure.
that wasn't
yeah.
allowed. But if it was a dude, it was fucking different.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, like on some sexist shit. I don't know what the fuck that was.
Yeah,
For
it
sure,
was.
100%.
Honestly, 100%.
Yeah, 100%.
Dudes are definitely
100%
treated a
over.
lot different than
Yeah.
girls.
Yeah,
for
if
sure.
if you were a girl and you brought a guy over, you're a whore.
yeah,
You were a straight up whore.
yeah.
Yeah, slut.
All the aunts were talking shit.
100%.
All of them.
But that's why all the fucking Mexican girls would always do shit on the side because they just fucking bound
Yeah.
them up like this. So they were
Can't
just
do that.
sucking dick everywhere else.
Can't do that.
They wouldn't have done it if they let a couple of boys and then they got to know the boys.
Dude, let
Yeah,
them
yeah,
in
exactly.
a little bit.
A little
dude.
bit. Or else
Yeah,
they're
what are
gonna
you, a
suck
slut?
all the dicks. All the dicks.
Yeah, my friend told me too, like when she was younger, she brought a boy over and she didn't know. You know, she was like, oh, this is like my guy friend from elementary school. And her fucking mom, her aunts called her like fucking a slut and all sort
Damn.
of shit. I think it was just like hyper religious shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's like that's what sluts do. That's what like whores
That's
do.
wild.
Yeah.
Very Catholic.
Very, very Catholic.
Very
So
Catholic.
guess what? That bitch, they were right because she was a hoe.
Self-fulfilling prophecy. my boy.
Self-fulfilling prophecy. I mean, they fucking had her like tight like this.
Yeah.
So whenever she wanted to do something, she always had to lie to her parents 24/7.
Yeah.
She had to go out here and just fucking suck that dong. She never sucked mine. What the fuck? But I get it. I get it.
You're
It's
close
cool.
though. Probably close.
You're probably close.
I ain't gonna lie though. I know this. I shouldn't be saying this, but I was a little upset because I remember she hooked up with this one dude that was substantially uglier than me. And I'm
Okay.
like,
Yeah.
what the fuck?
That's upsetting.
Like I'm right here.
Yeah.
I'm right in front of you.
I've been holding your fucking lunch bag all day. You ain't gonna fucking suck my dick, but you'll suck this guy's dick.
Yeah.
What the fuck is this? Guy's hideous.
Yeah.
I think it was just right place at the right time, and I just wasn't there, dude.
Damn.
Sick that day or something, huh?
Damn.
I
Missed the bus.
fucking miss her, dude.
Damn.
Just kidding. She's
Hey,
hideous
bitch.
now.
I still keep tabs on her.
Well, guys, that wraps up.
I look her up
Brain podcast.
excessively.
Every day.
And,
Classmates.com.
You guys can catch Nick at Nick the Ear, NTE Strong. He trains out of what's it called? Lionheart Jiu-Jitsu Academy. If you guys are looking for personal training, then my man's
Pull
training
up,
people
dog.
out there.
Pull up, dog. Pull
If
up.
you are
It's
really,
good
really
vibes.
fit right now, hit up Nick. He will make sure that you are fat as fuck by the end of the year.
You trying to gain
boy.
some weight, some LBs? Hit your boy up.
You try to get a heart attack, some fucking coronary heart disease. That's me.
I can get you set up right.
Hit up Pat at patrick.t.riley. Start harassing him. Tell him to start post more content on his shit because he never does.
Yeah,
Goods,
well,
baby.
well.
Show him the
And
goods.
it's fucking dumb because everybody does it but Pat. So he's
True.
a fucking idiot. So start harassing him a little more. Tell him to stop working out and start putting up more fucking posts. How about that, huh?
True.
And then you catch
Fair.
Genius Brain every Sundays at 12 p.m. And I don't even post that much. We'll see you guys next time. Peace.
Bye.